Hello, welcome back to our masterclass on temperaments. Today we'll be talking about the temperament of the supine and how it works within the control category. I'm Roy Clark, and once again we're here with my wife, Dr. Amy. Amy?
Okay, so the supine in control is a very dependent type personality.
Help me understand what that means.
They do not want to make a lot of decisions.
Okay.
They feel very comfortable having somebody else take the lead. So they make excellent vice presidents,
Okay.
co-pilots, wingmen,
Right.
office managers.
Oh,
So
perfect.
they will follow the rule book. If
Okay.
you give them a list of rules, they are really great at following them and even enforcing them.
Oh, wow. Great.
But they do not want to be the one making final decisions. So
Okay.
they really search out people to help them make decisions.
Oh, great.
So we're going to talk about the choleric temperament next in our next segment. But a lot of times the choleric, who is a very decisive temperament, ends up matching up with the supine because the supine doesn't want to make any decisions and the choleric does. So a lot of times these two temperaments find each other.
That makes sense.
So, so the supine is kind of known for searching the world for somebody to take care of them.
Oh,
The
okay.
ironic thing is that they can be seen as kind of domineering and controlling.
Really?
And it's really because they're trying to manipulate people into taking care of them.
Do they have a tough time expressing what they want when
Yes.
it comes to control?
Yes. So
Okay.
as we'll see throughout all of the supine temperament, that they have very indirect behavior in
Okay.
all three categories. So there is this, I want somebody to take control of me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not going to express.
All
I'm
right.
not going to express control.
If I approach a supine in control,
Yes.
right, and I ask them clarifying questions, are they able to figure out what they want then?
Yes.
Okay.
So they need to be a part of decisions.
Okay.
So, all right, typical example of the supine and the choleric in the car driving to dinner. So the husband's the choleric and the wife is the supine.
Okay.
Honey, where do you want to go to dinner? I don't care, wherever you want to go. They've had this conversation 500 times.
Right.
Every single time the supine in control says, I don't care, wherever you want to go.
So I say, honey, where do you want to go for dinner? And
Yeah.
she says, I don't care.
Yep. And then the 501st time, the cleric just says, we're going to Olive Garden. And it just, I'm not even going to ask because you always say, I don't care. But oh my gosh, that time, the time that you don't ask is going to be trouble.
So always ask your supine wife
Yes.
where she wants to go.
Yes.
Even if she says, I don't care.
Yes.
Now,
So-
let's say we're on our way, right?
Yeah.
I've asked her. She says, I don't care. Then can I pick?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
As long as you consult, as long as they have the option to give input. So
Alright.
same thing with buying cars. I don't care. I don't care. What color car do you want? I don't care. And but if you make the decision without asking, then then they're going to be extremely offended, and that's where the passive aggressive comes out again.
Okay. All right.
So so they are just notorious for saying, I don't care. They go along with what other people want,
Okay.
but they have to feel included, and they have to feel like their opinion is important, even though they don't normally have an opinion.
So we've said with a number of our clients that I don't know means give me time to think about it. So if you have a child and they say, I don't know, a lot of times what that means is I just need some time to think about it. All right. So when it comes to the supine in control, is there I don't care kind of like?
No,
No?
I would sort
Okay.
of take the love and logic approach to this of,
Okay.
would you rather go to Olive Garden or to,
Choices.
A or B? And then
Okay.
if it's neither, okay.
Right.
All right, so do you mind if I pick? That would be a great way of handling it.
Perfect.
Ask
Okay.
ask for permission to make the decision. So
I'd say the supine sounds like it is the one that needs the most clarification.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, there's a lot of internalized anger with the supine.
Oh. Yeah.
This temperament harbors the most anger out of any other temperament.
Oh, wow.
Now, this is compounded if it's a male client. So men are raised, this world is taught that the men are strong and the men are leaders and decision makers. And so men who are supine and control have a lot of anger issues and usually result in verbal or physical abuse.
Oh, wow. Okay. How do we help them process this?
So I think learning how to team up with somebody who is decisive. If they were with a melancholy in control,
Yeah.
somebody who is capable of making decisions, but isn't going to be super controlling to
Okay.
the supine, that would be a good benefit. Or if in the workplace, having a partner who they can team up with. So the supine can handle a lot of work. They get work done. They
Right.
follow the rules. So they would make an excellent partner.
Okay. Now, I'm thinking of a younger supine. I think they would do well with a mentor or a business coach.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Somebody to bounce the ideas off of.
Yeah, that's very important. The supine in control always needs somebody, that person to process with, to talk things out with. And so, but you want to be very careful who that person is that you pick.
Okay.
You want to make sure that they have similar values and
For sure.
that they know you really well. So not just teaming up with the person that you don't have to think with. The person, again, we're going to talk about the choleric. The choleric will make decisions. They want to make decisions for themselves and everybody else.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so sometimes the supine just gravitates towards that choleric. The choleric doesn't always have the supine's best interest
Okay. Right.
in mind. So
if you are a supine, then it is your challenge to also clarify what you want and what you think you need as well, correct?
yes.
Wonderful.
So the phrase I use with them is mean what you say and say what you mean.
Got it. Wonderful.
So let me see here. The takeaway for the supines is going to be asking yourself, what do I really want? And then the second question is, am I acting in a way that's going to bring about that result?
Right.
So the supines, they really suffer from neurotic behavior. They act in a way that draws the response that they're most afraid of.
Okay.
They're afraid of being rejected, and so when they say no, no, no all the time, and then they
Right.
actually end up getting rejection. So they can be their own worst enemy. So teaching them that they do have control, that they can make changes, and then just really, it's a lot, when I work with them in counseling, it's a lot of role playing.
Yeah.
This is what a conversation could sound like.
Oh, great.
So,
Yeah.
and once they hear it, once they kind of practice,
Yeah.
then they go and they apply and they come back with really
They
really
excel.
positive changes. Yes.
Wonderful. Great. Anything else with the supine in control?
No, but I think that about does it for
Wonderful.
the control.
Wonderful. So if you are a supine in control, remember to clarify, ask good questions, and express what you really think and feel. Knowing this as a supine in control can really empower you and help you excel at a number of areas in your life. We look forward to teaching you supine in affection in our next class. Thanks, gang.
See you there.